Welcome back, Tamers, to the King's Court. We got a special video for you today. If you haven't already taken a look at the title, then you realize we got some new support for one of my personal favorite decks, Digimon and Over the Royal Knights, Alphamon. Before we get too far into it, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, so you know we upload consistently. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so go on, join the ride. Another thing before I get too far into it, as you know, if you've watched the channel long enough, you know I also like to play Dark Knightmon. There was a Lord Knightmon and the tamer associated with her. If you would like to see that, or a tamer associated with Lord Knightmon, if you want to see that video on what I think you can do for Dark Knightmon, leave it down below in the description. Or excuse me, leave it down below in the comment section. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to check out our social media. Link will be down below in the description box. Alrighty then, so before we get too far into it again, potential spoilers for Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. I know the game's been out for a long time now, and we are only 4 months away at the time of recording for Digimon Story Time Stranger, but hey, you know, some people still don't know spoilers for Star Wars at this point, so whatever. If you don't know, the tamer Kiyoko, that was revealed for this set, who's a secret rare, of course she was going to be, is actually possessed, or excuse me, her mind was taken by the Eaters, and she is inhabited by Alphamon. Which is why a lot of her stuff in this set supports Alphamon directly. We got 3 new cards. I'll go over each of them, describe what they do, and over how I feel they fit into either Alphamon themselves or as other decks. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the card that I think we can first talk about, which is Kurami Detective Agency. It's a black-yellow option card with 3 cost. And while you have a Cyber Sleuth trait Digimon or Tamer on the field, you can ignore this card's color requirements. Alright. Forcing us to play something new. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Cyber Sleuth trait card among them to your hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then place this card in the battle area. And it has a delay, and the delay is gain 2 memory, and then security is play this card in the battle area. Okay, let's unpack this. So it's basically a memory boost for this deck, which is pretty good, since it adds any Cyber Sleuth card. And you look top 3, add a Cyber Sleuth trait. So it's either Tamers or Digimon, which is pretty decent, even the copy of itself. And gain 2 memory. Honestly, for Cyber Sleuth, the deck itself, I feel this card is really needed, necessary. Honestly, like, think about it. It's consistency. If you're playing 4 of it to maximize, you get 2 memory out of each card you use. I mean, I really can't say anything bad about it. Now, that's for talking about Cyber Sleuth. If we're talking about Alphamon in general, unless Alphamon gets a new line that's also Cyber Sleuth trait in this set, I don't think you're running it. I mean, I'm being realistic here. I don't think you'd run this in pure Alpha, either the Chronicle or you can Old. Because to me, it just doesn't feel like it's necessary. I mean, you could. I mean, I could be wrong. But again, like I say, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Do you think you guys would play it in this build? In a pure Alphamon deck? I don't know if I would. I mean, if I feel the new BT Alpha is really good enough to play, then I would. But again, like I said, I don't think so. Alright, let's talk about the girl herself. Kiyoko Karemmy. So she is a memory setter. She's a black-yellow 5-cost tamer. Security, play her out from the cost. Start of your turn, if you have 2 less memory, set it to 3. So she's a setter for the deck. Pretty nice. All turns, when any of your level 4 or higher Digimon with the Cyber Sleuth trait are deleted. By submitting this tamer, you can return 1 Cyber Sleuth trait Digimon from your trash to the hand. Okay, not bad. And then your turn, once per turn, when this tamer is unsuspends, if you don't have Alphamon, this tamer may Digivolve into Alphamon in the hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Okay, so she doesn't have an inheritable, which is already going to be kind of sad for the people who want to play this deck as a more hybrid based, I guess. But that's fine. Like, she doesn't need to have an inheritable. She's recycling. She's a memory setter, so already she's important for the deck based on just being a memory setter. And obviously, because she can recycle it, so if you lose, like, say, your high piece or your lower piece, your higher piece is like your 5s or your 6s, you're fine. You can get level 4 or higher. So basically, anything above rookie you can get back, which is pretty nice. Her ability to Digivolve into Alphamon is actually pretty nice, but not in the way you'd expect. So, I think where this card herself shines is actually Royal Knights. Hear me out here. Since the Royal Knights are a lot of the, and spoiler, the antagonists of Cyber Sleuth, which means we're going to get a lot of Royal Knights. So, if they get deleted, you can return to your hand and then suspend her. And if she gets suspended, when she unsuspends, you can go into Alpha. Which means you get 2 on the field for Royal Knights because you get the free play costs you get off of reducing for King Drazel. And you get her. Alpha will get absorbed. And then you get another swing. So it's pretty good, actually. But I know what you're thinking. What does the Alphamon of this deck do? So, and you have to Digivolve into this Alphamon because she does not say ignoring color requirements or ignoring Digivolution requirements. If she did, she'd be a lot better because you can go Chronicle Alpha, you can go BT6 Alpha. There are so many alphas you can go into, but because she does not say does not compute. Because she does not say ignoring Digivolution requirements, you're kind of locked into which ones you go into. Alright. But let's talk about the new Alphamon, which is an SR. Which is kind of surprising considering the Kiyoko is a secret rare. Would I play her in regular Alphamon? I don't think so. Honestly, maybe as a one-of, because you set her, but we don't have any. We already have Chris. Kyosuke. I know he's Kyosuke, but he looks like Chris Redfield. I've been over this before already. Alright, let's look at the new Alphamon, who is a yellow-black. Play cost 12. Level 6, Digivolve on top of level 5 black or yellow for 4. You can Digivolve on top any level 5 Cyber Suit trait for a cost of 3. While you have 3 or fewer security cards, a Kiyoko for the cost of 5. Excuse me. So, Reboot Blocker. On play, when Digivolving, when attacking, when your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5k DP for the turn. Okay. All turns, once per turn, when this Digimon suspends, if Kiyoko Karemmy is in this card's illusion cards, or if this Digimon stack has 2 or more same level cards, it gets plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn, and then this Digimon unsuspends. Ooh. So let's unpack that here. So the first effect is the giving minus 5k. That's on play when Digivolving, when attacking. So you're getting a when Digivolving minus 5. You're getting a when attacking minus 5. And that's not a once per turn minusing. So if you go swing minus 5, that's minus 10, and then you swing again, that's minus 15k, you're deleting most Digimon at that point. And then all turns. So this is where actually I think this Alphamon fits better, can actually be played in regular Alpha. Because it says when this Digimon stack has 2 or more same level cards, or Kiyoko. So if you're already playing our Alphamon deck as we are playing right now, where we are playing Dorugamon and Dex Dorugamon and Dorugray and Dex Dorugraymon, we're already getting more of the same 2 level cards. We already have that, so we already fill that requirement. So this means we have an Alphamon that can basically swing 3 times, give minus 5. You're able to get a Oriyamon underneath there, add in a 4th swing, minus 20k. Whew, that's pretty good, honestly. Again, with no inheritable, this means it's not an Oryukin helping out. It's a Royal Knight / Cyber Sleuth card. And honestly, I feel that this could be in Cyber Sleuth really well. It's made for the deck. As an Alpha Cyber Sleuth deck. But for Royal Knights, I think this card is going to be pretty decent. I say it's probably high up there. You're able to play it, give minus 5k to something, so it snipes out any of the little beaters that your opponent has to want to play. Actually, what makes this card even better is... So say you're playing against somebody and they have the play cost reducers, right? Like the Psychmons, the Solarmon, the Chikorymons, right? So Royal Knights are coming back. Alright, so catch this right now. Catch this. Beginning of your turn, you don't got a Kiyoko. Or excuse me, you have Kiyoko unsuspends. You go, okay. Unsuspend the Kiyoko. You did you on this Alpha for a cost of, reduce the cost by 2, right? So she's at 3 costs for Digivolution. You had 3 costs. You pop that little guy, and you still can attack this thing, so it's another 5k to mine something else. she's going to unsuspend. You're going to get 2 swings out of this, so it's minus 10, 15k to the board. Or at least to anything. Plus, you have whatever you can drop your Aurora Knights. This card kind of fixes the problem Aurora Knights has of not being able to snipe out the little guys. Like the little, the play cost blockers. And even play by effects blockers, this kind of snipes out. Honestly, I feel like this package together in Royal Knights, I don't play Royal Knights, mind you, but I can feel this package would be very good to run. Because it would allow you to basically make sure that you're not ever in that problem with the play cost blockers. And I know for Royal Knights, like, they have ways to get around it. You know, they can Fireball if they want to play Marcus Damon. You know, they have other cards to get away with it. But I think this means that your aggro plays are much better. Plus, again, she has a memory setter, so you're going to go to 3. You can trigger your start of turns effects whenever you want. If you have more than 1, you can gain your memory. Oh, no, excuse me. You don't even need her for the memory gain, because you have, I believe your Cool Boy is also a memory setter. So, honestly, like, put it bluntly, I think you guys, for Raw Knights, you'd be good with this Alphamon. Alphamon itself, like my personal deck I'd probably play this at like 1 or 2. Because being able to minus 5k is pretty good, repeatedly. It's guaranteeing swings. And if you have like, I think the problem is that Orimon's an end of attack, and because it's already unsuspend, you have to use it. Excuse me, you already unsuspend. And unfortunately, because it's a once per turn, you would then have to use it the first time it would be active. So the two conflict, so you wouldn't get the unsuspending anyway, which is unfortunate. But, c'est la vie. Anyway, guys, that's what I think of the new Alphamon support. I think it's pretty good. I think in Royal Knights, this whole package, just the Kiyoko and the Alphamons are worth considering. In regular Cyber Sleuth, I think you play it. And in regular Alphamon, it's interesting. I'll give it a shot when it comes out. But that's all the time we got for this, guys. I've been Michael, the Golden State Kings, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye now.